Live from Municipal Stadium in Waterbury, Connecticut, NCAA Division II football in the NE10 Northeast 10 Conference, as this afternoon the Ravens from Franklin Pierce University make about a 4-hour trek south from New Hampshire to Waterbury, Connecticut to take on the Post-University Eagles. Franklin Pierce 3-4 on the season. Post-University 3-3 on the season. A pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jeff Nelson up here in the Broadcast Center, bringing you all of today's action, your voice for Eagle football on the Post-University Sports Network, the CACC Network, and YouTube.com/GoPostEagles. Eagles coming off let's call it a challenging game last week against Assumption. They trailed early and often. They were down 42-7 at one point. Just were never really in the game. They were down 7-0 early, 14-0 at the end of the quarter, 21-0, 28-0. They did get a late touchdown in the first half to make it 28-7, but right down the field came Assumption, and 35-7 was the halftime score. As I said, it got to 42-7, and then things evened out a little bit as the Eagles did get some touchdowns, one from Israel Geraldo, a 19-yard pass, and then the second touchdown pass at the buzzer from Tyler Fumachan to give the final score of 63-27. Individually, Malachi Taylor, 7 for 12, 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Fumachan, 8 for 17 for 75 yards and a touchdown, but he had 2 interceptions at crucial points in the game. The Eagles overall had 4 turnovers in the game as well. Rushing-wise, Fumachan, 15 carries, 89 yards. He is currently 6th in the NE10 in rushing with 391 yards and still leads the NE10 in scoring overall with 56 points on the season, as he has, at the moment, 9 touchdown rushes and 1 touchdown throw. That was the one last week. Freshman star Israel Geraldo, 5 catches, 122 yards, and those 2 touchdowns. Israel Geraldo, 4th in receptions, 4th in yards, and 4th in touchdowns within the NE10. 28 catches, 403 yards. But overall, back-to-back challenging performances by the Eagles. A 59-0 loss to Bentley on the road, and 63-27 last week to first-place Assumption. The challengers are from Franklin Pierce today, and they have been up and down on the season, but they lost their last game 8 days ago to the visiting Kentucky State Thoroughbreds, 17-14 on a last-second kick by the Thoroughbreds kicker to ensure that victory up in New Hampshire last week. That dropped Franklin Pierce to 3-4 overall, 2-2 in the NE10. That was a non-conference game, by the way. But they're led typically by their quarterback Adrian Parker, who's first in rating in the NE10 in passing, but he is out today per the roster. So that'll leave quarterback Kevin Leal, the junior, 6'3", 195 out of Cambridge, Mass, to take over. He's 17 for 40 on the season, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. He does have 10 carries for 30 yards. The ground game is led by the leader in rushing in the NE10, Rymello Hyde. He's out of Nashua, New Hampshire. He's got 644 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns, a 5.1 average carry. And a triplet of receivers, Cameron Massey, Alex Benitez, and Dylan Smith. 2 of them over 200 yards. Massey, in particular, 7th in receptions and 9th in yards in the NE10. Austin Howe has 7 catches on the season, but 3 of those have gone for touchdowns. So 2 somewhat evenly placed teams, though Franklin Pierce did beat Bentley earlier this year, who blew out the Eagles. But the Eagles looking to get back on track, 3-game losing streak after the 3-game winning streak. Eagles have a chance to get themselves to 500 for the season, if not better. They have 4 games left, 3-3, including today. But they have an opportunity to do something they've never done in program history, which is to get to 500 on the season at the end of it. So we've changed the platform just a bit this week, as the national anthem will now take place after the coin toss versus before the coin toss. So we will Get into the starting lineups now, and they're brought to you by Post University, who wants you to ask yourself, are you a Post person? Post makes it personal with fast, flexible, and affordable programs that are designed to help you achieve your goals no matter where you are on your academic journey. Post offers online, hybrid, and on-campus degree programs to meet your needs. For more information on all the Post degree programs, to visit campus, take a tour, or to apply, go to post.edu. That's post.edu. The offensive starters for Franklin Pierce, as we mentioned, quarterback Kevin Leal Jr., 6'3", 195, out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. His running back is Rymello Hyde, 5'11", 215, out of Nashua, New Hampshire. He's also a junior. Wide receivers, the triplets, Cameron Massey, senior, 6'2", 180, out of East Hartford, Connecticut. Alex Benitez, 5'9", 195, a senior out of Belmead, New Jersey. And Tristan Evans, sophomore, 6'2", 175, out of East Dumerston, Vermont. The tight end is Connor Markey, 6'4", 225, out of Summers, Connecticut. The offensive line, left to right, Tyrone. I want to make sure I got Tyrone's name correct. Tyrone Zulo, 6'3", 295, out of Brooklyn, New York. He's a sophomore. Justin Costa, redshirt freshman, left guard, 6'2", 280, out of Lynbrook, New York. Alicio Polanco is the center, 6'3", 300. He's a junior out of Belleville, New Jersey. Gareth Armstrong is the right guard, 6'4", 300, out of Dublin, New Hampshire. And Luke Del Bianco, 6'3", 275, out of Rutland, Vermont. The head coach in year 6 is Russell Gaskamp. He's 12-39 all time at Franklin Pierce. 3-4 on the season, 2-2 inside of the NE10. For your Eagles, the quarterback will be Malachi Taylor, 6', 180 senior out of New York City. His running back, Adonis White, 5'7", 165 out of Newark, New Jersey. White is 9th in the NE10 in rushing with 351 yards. The three-headed wide receiver monster, DJ Lisbon, 6'3", 180 out of Westbury, New York. Israel Geraldo, the freshman, 6', 182 out of Providence, Rhode Island. As we mentioned, 4th in catches, 4th in yards, 4th in touchdowns. That's just on the receiving side. On the kick return side, he is tied for 1st in touchdowns and 2nd in total yards. The tight end, Jaquan Bramell, 6'5", 187 out of Hamden, Connecticut. And offensive line, Colby Lorson Rice, 6'5", 255 senior out of North Haven, Connecticut. Corbett Brickle, freshman, 6'1", 235 out of Queens, New York. Jaden Gibbs, the center, 6'1", 290 out of Springfield, Mass. Joseph Pieper, 6'1", 280 out of North Haven, Connecticut. And Gio Rivera Jr., the senior captain, 6'6", 265 out of the Bronx, New York. Adam Schultz is the head coach in year 4. He is 5-33 overall. Eagles have taken the field, waiting for Franklin Pierce to do the same, and then we'll get the captains and the coin toss and the national anthem here on an exciting football Saturday here in the Northeast. Weather has gotten about 10 degrees colder than it was last week, where the temperature was in the mid-60s. We'll get that official temperature report momentarily before the kickoff as the captains for the Eagles have come out. We're waiting for Franklin Pierce to take the field. Eagle captains will be Amir Johnson, Malachi Taylor, Israel Geraldo today is one of the captains for the Eagles, who are down some players in the secondary today as well. And then there one Gio Rivera, the other Eagle captain. As we await Franklin Pierce, fall has officially taken hold here in the Northeast. Late October weather. Should be a good battle here today. We're glad you joined us here on all of the Post University networks. Jeff Nelson here with you, my great production team as always. Busy time for Post University Athletics. Women's soccer game going on at Chestnut Hill today. Volleyball game over at the Drubner Center. Men's hockey starts a week from today. Women's hockey up at Holy Cross. So busy, busy time if you're a Post University student, player, fan, alumni, with all of the things going on around. Post University. Michael Gabetti, also one of the captains, didn't want to forget him. As we await still Franklin Pierce to come out to the field. Let's give you the NE10 standings. Assumption 4-0. They obviously were here last week and beat your Eagles 5-1 overall. St. A's 4-1, who escaped here 3 weeks ago, 5-2 overall. Bentley 3-1. Their loss was to these Franklin Pierce Ravens, 3-3 overall in third place. Southern Connecticut 2-1, 2-4 in conference. Franklin Pierce 2-2, 3-4 overall. 1-3 Post is sixth, 3-3 overall. AIC 0-4, 0-6 overall, and Pace 0-4, 0-8 overall. Franklin Pierce has taken the field. We get ready for their captains to come on out. And we'll get the coin toss, we'll get the national anthem, we'll get underway here on a Saturday afternoon in late October. Second to last home game for the Eagles. They'll be back here in 2 weeks to take on St. A's again, but this time it'll be officially a non-conference game for St. A's and the Eagles on November 8th. That'll be the season finale, the home finale, for the Eagles. They'll play at Southern Connecticut, so when they home and home with Southern this year, on the 15th. So 3 games left after today. Now we'll get ready for the coin toss.
Representing the Franklin Pierce University Ravens, our captain, Gino Fischetti, number 8, Austin Howe.
Gino Fischetti and Austin Howe are the captains, among the captains, for the Ravens. Also 54, John Furno, and number 2, Alex Benitez. Those are the 4 Franklin Pierce captains as they meet at midfield. And we get ready for the official to flip the coin. Official didn't turn his mic on, so we have to guess. Franklin Pierce will call the coin once they show him the coin. Coin is flipped. And it looks like the Eagles have won the toss. Let's see what they choose to do with it. So the Eagles have won the toss, and they have chosen to receive to start the game. So the Eagles will go on offense here in Waterbury, Connecticut. And now we will get ready for the playing of our national anthem as we get ready for football here in Waterbury.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem here at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury, Connecticut for today's NCAA Division II game between Franklin Pierce and your Post-University Eagles. I'm Jeff Nelson, here to bring you all of this afternoon's action. Eagles won the toss, will receive. They're in their home grays with the orange numbers, gray helmets, gray pants. Franklin Pierce in the white and dark, well, it depends if they're wearing the undershirt, but white jerseys with the dark red lettering. Helmets, white pants. They'll go left to right. The Eagles will go right to left. And wherever you are across our network, CACC Network, YouTube.com, or throughout the Post-University family on campus, around the state, around the world, whether you're an alumni, a student, a fan, we thank you for joining us. It's football time in Connecticut. Israel Geraldo standing on his own goal line. The ball will be kicked on the ground. A Chubb kick, if you will, and gets brought down at the 29-yard line. It was a ground ball to short, essentially. But stopped by George Gonzalez, the senior linebacker. And it'll be 1st and 10 Eagles at the 29-yard line as teams have figured out not to kick the ball to Israel Geraldo. It's his 2 straight weeks where nobody's gone anywhere near him. 1st and 10, 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Malachi Taylor, the quarterback, Adonis White, the running back. Tight end right, ball right in the middle of the field. White set up in the pistol behind Taylor. Snap to Taylor, hands off to White. Goes right into a large defensive line led by number 0, Gino Facchetti. Facchetti is 1st in tackles for loss, 2nd in sacks in the NE10, and he just had a tackle for loss there. A 1-yard loss on the first play of the game. White, a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 for the Eagles at the 28. Taylor now all alone with twin receivers on either side. Geraldo in motion. They fake the handoff. Taylor goes up the middle, and there's Facchetti again. He'll drop Taylor for a loss. So, well, they'll give him the line of scrimmage, so no loss. But a tackle for Gino Facchetti, his 2nd of the game on 2 plays, and just 3rd and 11. As nobody fooled on the quarterback keeper. 3rd and 11 on the Eagles' opening drive of the game. White back in the backfield to the right of Taylor. He's got twin receivers on either side. 2 short side right. 2 short side left, 2 long side right. Snap to Taylor. Looks over the defense. He's going to get sacked and brought down. 3 plays. 1 loss, 1 no gain, and 1 sack. This sack by Mason Clark, the senior out of Warwick, Rhode Island, 5'10", 290. And for Clark, that's his 2nd tackle, 2.5 sacks now. It's a full sack. 2.5 sacks for Mason Clark on that one, his 1st of the game. And the Eagles go 3 and out. They go -9 yardage on the series. And out to kick is Hayden Hall. Hall gets it at the 10, gets the kick off. It goes into the wind. We didn't give you the temperature. We'll let it bounce. It bounces on the 44, bounces backwards, and lands on the 42.5. So a 22.5-yard punt. Weather, 55 degrees and sunny. The wind, 8 to 12 miles an hour out of the north-northwest, but it's swirling. So you can look at the flag 1 minute, it's blowing one direction. You look at the flag another minute, it's blowing the other direction. On that punt, it was blowing right in the face of Hall, going left to right as you look at your screen. The wind's blowing heavy left to right at the moment. As you look at your screen, I was going to say Hall is 37.78 yards per punt. That one ends up going 22 yards. No return. So 1st and 10 for Franklin Pierce. There's going to be a false start right off the top. As we mentioned in the open, Adrian Parker, their leading passer, 98 for 165, 1,136 yards, 12 TDs, 2 interceptions, is out. Kevin Leal is the starting quarterback. Leal, 6'3", 195 out of Cambridge, Mass., is 17 for 40. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 179 yards. They hand the ball off to Benitez right up the middle. Gains about 2. That'll make it 2nd and 13. So right now, Franklin Pierce going with their wind at their backs. A very heavy run team. And apologies, that was Rymello Hyde who had the ball, not Benitez. Snap again to Leal. He fakes. He throws high, and it's caught. Let's see if he got his feet down. He did for about 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and about 8. Call it 9 on the catch by Cameron Massey. He had to jump for that ball, but he was able to make the catch. Massey, 6'2", 190 out of East Hartford, Connecticut. So 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. They couldn't get off the field last week. Let's see if they can this week. We'll see if Franklin Pierce also goes for it on 4th down if they don't get it. Let's see. 3rd and 9. Snap. Leo looks left, throws left, high and over the tight end. He collided with Gabetti, but that ball was way over his head, and 3 and out go Franklin Pierce. So a good job by the Eagles. An improvement off of last week where they just could not get off the field against Assumption, but they're going to force Franklin Pierce to punt. Their punter, Ethan Brown, 36.25 yards per punt. No blocks, 5 inside the 20. Israel Geraldo standing at the 10. Wind at Brown's back. Snap to Brown is high. Gets the ball off. He's going to try to coffin corner it. It stops the 15, bounces backwards, and is gotten at the 17. So a 23-yard punt for Ethan Brown. Brown is 5'9", 185 out of Swansea, New Hampshire. He's a sophomore. And the Eagles come back on for their second offensive series. So each team goes 3 and out, 11:18 to go in the first quarter. Excuse me, 11:48 to go in the first quarter. As I can see the scoreboard a little bit better because it's not as bright and sunny today. Now Tyler Pumachan out as quarterback. He's alone in the backfield with 4 wide receivers. He rolls to the right, looking for a lane off tackle. He's going to gain some positive yardage. So the first positive play for the Eagles today, a gain of about 1. Maybe 2. He got to the 20. So give it a yard and a half, but it's forward progress at least. So 2nd and 8 at the 20. White in the backfield behind Pumachan now. 2 receivers short side right on the far side of the field and 2 receivers stacked on the left. See if the Eagles run a slant here or it's another handoff for Pumachan. Pumachan hands off. Nope, fakes it. He keeps it on the quarterback keeper. He'll gain 5 more, and it'll make it a manageable 3rd and 3. Pumachan is 6th in the NE10 in rushing. He came into the game 391 yards on 56 carries, 6.7 yards per carry average, and 9 touchdowns on the season. That leads the NE10 in rushing touchdowns. 3rd and 3. Twins on both sides. White next to Pumachan in the shotgun. Snap. Pumachan looks over the middle, looks for a hole, tries to run with it. He's going to get brought down again. The 2nd sack of the game for 99 Mason Clark. Pumachan looked like he was going to throw, then he looked like he was going to go up the middle on a draw, but Clark, 5'10", 290, wasn't going to let him through the hole and sacked Pumachan for his 2nd sack in the first 5 minutes of the game. And the Eagles will punt again and into the wind again. A loss of 7. So overall, that was a net negative 1-yard drive. Hall, whose first punt went 22 yards, stands just shy of his goal line. Makes the catch, gets the ball off. More of a line drive kick. That's going to be a better kick for the Eagles. It will bounce at the 45 and die at the 47. So 28 yards, better than the last one. 1st and 10 at the 48 of the Eagles. Will Franklin Pierce have the ball on their 2nd possession attained? Eagles got off the field on the first drive. So 2 3-and-outs for the Eagles, although the 2nd drive had a little more promise until the sack. Leal has 2 running backs on either side, 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right. Leal claps twice, takes the ball, hands the ball off to his running back, trying to go off the right side, but he's brought down nicely by the double-team tackle of Alexander Katrakazis and Brendan McLaughlin. Ball was handed off to Tezzy Boswell, the 6-foot junior out of Orange, New Jersey. Gained 2. Player down for Franklin Pierce. Can't see the full number yet. Down on both knees right at the 48-yard line. Other games in the NE10 today. Pace will travel to Bentley. That game underway already. And AIC at Assumption. That game also underway already. We'll see if we can get you an updated score. Player down on the field is 19 Dylan Smith, 6'3", 190 out of Farmingville, New York. Smith has 13 catches, 170 yards on the season. He's standing up at the 48-yard line. Still speaking with him. Hopefully he is okay. He's at least up on his own power. Let's see if they can get him off. And there he goes, walking off under his own power. Nice hand by the crowd on hand here. Good crowd. Good contingent of Franklin Pierce fans also, by the way, on the other side of the field. They made about the 4-hour drive. Probably could do it in 3 if you speed. And this is New England, so everybody speeds. So you can probably get here in about 3.5. Of course, if there's traffic, it'll take 6. So, but a good contingent of Franklin Pierce fans nonetheless here at Municipal Stadium this afternoon. 2nd and 8. Twins left, single receiver right, 2 running backs next to Leo. Leo takes the snap, looks left, throws left. It is caught right at the first down marker by number 80 as Joseph Mugavero. Freshman wide receiver, 6'2", 190 out of Manchester, Connecticut. And Mugavero, his 5th catch of the season. That should be enough for a first down, and it is. They needed the 38. They got the 38. Similar formation again, 2 running backs, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver right, 2 receivers left, in motion. And tackled at the line by Katrikazis. 5'11", 260 of Brumell, Pennsylvania. Leo could barely hand the ball off to Andrew Molesky, and Katrikazis in the backfield took him down, a loss of 4. Molesky, 5'9", 200 out of Ashland, Massachusetts, didn't even have a chance. Off the field he goes. Single running back to the left in the shotgun. Single receiver right, twin receivers to the left. Eagles show blitz. Didn't cross the line, though, and that was a snap to Leo. Leo on a blitz. Gets the ball off, and it's dropped. Incomplete pass as Boswell dropped it. Boswell has 4 receptions for no yards on the season. He dropped that ball, and now it's 3rd and 13. 14, call it. They need the 28. They're at the 42. We talked about it a couple times coming in. Leo was only 17 for 40 on the season. So far today, he's 2 for 4. Trips to the far side left, single receiver to the right. It is Boswell, the running back, now to the right of Leo in the shotgun. Eagles in the dime package. Show blitz on the right side. Johnson looks like he's coming. Leo goes up to the line, switches Boswell to the left. Play clock has run out, so that's a delay of game call. Good job by the Eagles in the dime package, showing blitz, forcing Leo to come up to the line. That's a delay of game penalty, and that'll make it 3rd and 19. Eagles still may have to play 2 downs. It depends on what Franklin Pierce does on this play, but the Eagles want to get them off the field here, only giving up 1 first down. Same formation, Boswell to the right. Snap to Leo. Looks left, looks over the middle, now rolls a little bit, looks down, deep down the field. He's got a man if he gets there, and it's dropped off the fingertip. Should have been caught by Alex Benitez. Needed to lay out a little bit more, but did not. Benitez, 5'9", 200 out of Belmead, New Jersey. Could have had a touchdown if he got it. It went off his fingertips. And Franklin Pierce goes 1 first down and out. They gained a total of 1 net yard, though. They started at the 48 and went to the 47. (8:12) on the play clock, 8:12, and back to punt after his 22-yard punt, Ethan Brown. Geraldo standing on the 10 So the Eagles getting off the field on 2 consecutive defensive stands. First one had 3 plays and out. Second one, Franklin Pierce got a first down, but a tackle for loss, an incompletion, a delay of game penalty, and another incompletion gets them off with a net gain of 1 yard. High snap, Brown gets it, gets the ball up. Good punt right to Geraldo at the 5. He goes to the right now, up the middle, 10. Tries to keep going, but brought down at about the 12-yard line. Return of 7 for Geraldo. Second in the NE10 in yards. And the Eagles will start their third drive. No score here early on. 8 minutes to go in quarter number 1 in Waterbury. We thank you for joining us wherever you are across the Post University Sports Network. Taylor out there again with White in the pistol. Snap to Taylor, gives to White, finds a little bit of a hole, gains some yardage forward, about 4, call it 3. Move it to the 17-yard line, 2nd and 7. Eagles' first drive was -9, second drive was -1. They did go forward before going backwards, but 2nd and 1. And correction, that wasn't White. That was Edward Bandy, 5'6", 170 sophomore out of Miami, Florida. Bandy, the running back. Taylor looks, throws behind his receiver, Dylan McCullough, 6', 180 freshman out of Eatontown, New Jersey. Quick slant by Taylor, but he threw it behind McCullough, and now it's third down. Two receivers left, single receiver right. Eagles yet to complete a pass so far. Taylor in the shotgun with Bandy to his right. Snap. Taylor looks, still looks, throws over the middle, dropped by Geraldo. Wouldn't have been enough for a first down anyway, maybe a gain of 1 or 2. And the Eagles will go 3 and out for the third time, and another punt for Hayden Hall. Hall, 6'3", 164 out of Darien, Connecticut. Standing on his 4. Back to receive is Benitez, but that ball hasn't gotten anywhere near him yet. 22 and 28-yard punts with the wind blowing in Hall's face in this game. Eagles 0 for 3 passing the ball as well, but at least they gained 3 yards on this drive. Snap to Hall. Kick is a good kick into the wind. Benitez will catch it at the 42 on his side of the field, and it is brought down immediately. And the ball is fumbled out. But they're going to say he was down at the 42. Excellent job by the Eagles, led by Shakir Price. 5'11", 160 out of Perth Amboy. Good punt. Of 36 yards by Hayden Hall. Puts the ball on the Franklin Pierce side of the field for the first time today. And the Ravens will start still with good field position at the 43-yard line. Leal with his running back to his left. Snap to Leal, fakes the handoff, looks left, looks over the middle, has time, throws it, it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. And incomplete. Leal had a lot of time, but finally a hand came in. It was Aaron Carrion, 6'3", 260 senior out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And an incomplete pass for Leal. 2nd and 10. Leal did have a lot of time, so good blocking by the Raven offensive line. Who will go twin receivers far side. Nope, now a man in motion. Brings that second receiver to the near side. Handoff to the running back. Off left tackle, he gains maybe 1. That was Rymello Hyde. 3rd and close to 8. They need the Eagle 47 for a first down due the Ravens. Brought down by Jazir Orleus. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right. Hyde, the running back, next to Leal. Looks left, throws left. He's got a man. It's caught at midfield. He's got to get to the 47. He's brought down short by about a half yard. 4th and 1 as it was caught by 85 Emmanuel Poe, the redshirt wide receiver, 5'9", 165, out of South Berwick, Maine. And Franklin Pierce is going to punt on 4th and 1. He needed the 47. He got tackled at the 48. So let's see if they try to fake it here, but they bring out the punting unit on 4th and 1. Snap to the punter, Brown. Brown will get it off, so they do punt. Geraldo fair catches at the 10. So the Eagles, 3 possessions on offense, 3 and out. 3 possessions on defense. They've gotten Franklin Pierce to punt. Twice Franklin Pierce has had field position on the Eagles side of the ball to start the drive. That last one, their worst field position, was at the 43 of the Ravens. Eagles have not had good field position. They've been on their side of the field deep each time. Their best starting position was the 29, and 2 sacks took them out of any kind of drive. Pumachan back out. White, the running back in the pistol. Stacked receivers to the left, single receiver right. Snap to Pumachan. He'll keep the ball, get a block, has a hole, and gains a few yards. Call it 7. Gets out to the 17-yard line. Call it 6. Sometimes the angles that we're on, and we're not very high up, so the angle sometimes is a bit of a challenge to see the yard line comparison to the ball. That's why sometimes we'll say 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 7, just because it's sometimes hard to know that. So 2nd and 4, actually, after all that. Hand off to White after the high snap. He gets nothing and likes it. 3rd and 4. Eagles yet to get a first down. Yet to complete a pass. 3rd and 4. Eagles going right to left as you look at your screen and dial. 4:45 to go in the first quarter. No score here in Waterbury. Eagles 3-3. 3-game losing streak, looking to get back over 500. Franklin Pierce 3-4, looking to get to 500. Snap to Pumachan. He fakes the handoff, rolls right, tries to find a receiver. He's got one. That's enough for a first down. It was caught on the far side of the field. See if we get that number. First down catch. Can't see who that was. Looks like Darius Washington, 5'10", 190 out of New York City. He's a junior, so Darius Washington with the catch. High snap, hands the ball off to Geraldo, gets around on the end around. He'll gain a couple of yards before getting knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they officially spot it. Looks like right at the 31, so call it a gain of 4. So Darius Washington, the 5'10 junior, he's the one who made the first down catch, the Eagles' first down. And then the end around by Geraldo, 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line. Pumachan, the quarterback. Twins on the far side, single on the right. He will not hand off. He'll keep it himself. He'll try to push forward, brought down by a pile led by Will Gomes, 6'2", 225, sophomore linebacker out of Berlin, Connecticut. No gain, 3rd and 6. Tripped receivers to the right, single receiver that's to the left. White, the running back, next to Pumachan in the shotgun. Snap to Pumachan. Looks over the middle. Has a hole in the middle, but he's going to get... Nope, he gets away. He's able to throw the ball, and it's completed again to Washington. But he's a yard, maybe 2. No, they have him 1 yard short of the first down. He gets to the 36. Needed the 37. Good job by Pumachan to get out of the sack. Took a hit. Managed to get the ball off, but 1 yard short with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. The Eagles will punt for the 4th time, but they get a first down. And at least can potentially flip the field a little bit. Hall back for his 4th punt. Benitez standing on his own 25-yard line. Snap is good to Hall. Plenty of time. Gets the kick off. A nice kick that will bounce at the 30 and take an Eagle roll to the 25 and down to the 20. Nice kick by Hayden Hall. Able to flip the field and give the Ravens their worst field position of the game. That's a 44-yard punt. Excuse me, it's a 39-yard punt for Hall. And out come the Ravens in this defensive battle so far with 2:06 to go in the first quarter. Get you some updated scores at the end of the quarter. 1st and 10 for the Ravens at the 20. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. Snap to Leal. He fakes a handoff, throws it to the left side. It is caught, and missed tackle, gains a few extra yards, is Austin Howe. 6'2", 195 out of Newington, Connecticut. That's enough for a Raven first down. Gain of 12. Ravens moving quickly off the completion. Snap to Leal, hands the ball off up the middle, and stopped after a gain of about 4 is Romello Hyde. Call it 2nd and 6, as that's what the Ravens want to do off completions, is move very quickly, keep their offense moving. So a gain of 5 officially for Hyde, 2nd and 5. 2 receivers on both sides. Hyde, the running back, behind Leal in the pistol. Eagles moving players. Hands off to Hyde. He'll try to go off left tackle and is brought down after a gain of, call it 2. So 3rd and 3 on the 2-yard run by Hyde. And let's see if the Eagles can get off the field again. They've done a good job so far. 3rd and 3. 2 receivers either side. Hyde next to Leal in the shotgun. He claps once. Goes to change the protection. 10 seconds on the play clock. Hyde moves to the left. I think that's a false start. Let's see, though, if he got drawn into the neutral zone. I think they're going to push the Ravens back 5 yards, and they will. 2nd penalty of the game on the Ravens. 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Scores around the NE10, Bentley 14, Pace nothing at halftime. Assumption 21, AIC 14, that's also at the half up in Massachusetts. 3rd and 8, trip receivers to the right, single receiver left for the Ravens. Now man in motion moves to the left, snap to Leal. Looks left, still looking left, fakes his throw, brings it down, trying to run away from the Eagle pressure. He'll throw it short, and the Eagles get off the field on 3rd and 8. Leal's a big boy. He looks a lot bigger than he's listed. He's listed 6'3", 195, but looks a lot bigger than he is listed. Did a good job to escape the pressure. Threw on the run on the other side of his body. He was rolling left, threw it right. That's why that ball was short. And the Eagles will get off the field again for the 4th time. So each team will be punting for the 4th time. Geraldo might have a chance for a return. He's at the 25. Wind at the back of Brown. Low snap. Brown with time gets the kick off. It's going to bounce at the 30. Geraldo takes it at the 25. Makes a hole up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks a 2nd tackle. Still going, and then gets hit hard by 44, Nate Kearney. 6 foot, 225 out of Wrentham, Mass. Good return of about 12 yards by Geraldo. And that's the end of the first quarter with no score here in Waterbury this afternoon. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening and watching Post University Football on the Post University Sports Network. Start of the second quarter here at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury. No score. Each team 4 possessions. Each team 4 punts. Switch sides of the field, though, so now the Eagles have the wind at their back going left to right as you look at your screen and dial. And the Ravens going right to left as you look at your screen and dial. Malachi Taylor back at quarterback on the first drive of the second quarter. Snap to Taylor. He'll pitch the ball over to Geraldo, who gains maybe 1. Started at the 37. They'll give him the 38. Call it a gain of 1. Not a lot of offensive stats to give you in the first quarter. Neither team really moving the ball very well. Franklin Pierce with 2 possessions that started inside Eagle territory. Both times the Eagles got them to punt. Now the Eagles looking to get into Raven territory. Twin receivers stacked on both sides. Bandy, the running back, snap to Taylor, fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle dangerously as Geraldo was covered by 4 Ravens. Ball deflected by 28, Zakir Kerr, 6'1" sophomore out of Hartford, Connecticut, Sports and Medical Science Academy. And that'll lead to 3rd and 9. Dangerous throw by Taylor as the entire middle of the field was covered by Ravens, and Geraldo trying to find a seam, couldn't find one. Bandy, the running back, 2 receivers on both sides. Geraldo and Chambers on the short side right. Taylor takes the snap, looks left, looks right, tries to throw a screen pass to Bandy, but ended up spiking it into the ground as the pressure by 54. John Furno, the defensive end, 6'4", 255 out of Douglas, Mass. One of those Raven captains was in his face. And Hall will punt again, but this time with the wind at his back. Eagles again have only gotten 1 first down so far. Ravens have only gotten 2, so a defensive performance to say the least. Snap to Hall is good. He'll get it off. Good kick by Hall. Caught at the 18. Misses the first tackle up the sideline and out of bounds past the 30-yard line was Alex Benitez. Gain of about 14. Good punt, though. And the Ravens will start with decent field position. They'll mark it out officially at the 33. 1st and 10. Eagles 5 possessions, 1 first down, and 5 punts. Ravens 4 possessions. This is their 5th. 2 punts. 2 first downs, and 4 punts. Leal, the quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Snap to Leal. Looks left. Still looking left. Now looks over the middle of the field. He'll throw it into a seam, and it's caught for a first down by number 5, Tristan Evans. 6'2", 175 out of East Dummerston, Vermont. Evans, that's his 15th catch of the season. Haven't gotten much pressure on Leal. When they have, he's made bad throws, but haven't brought him down for a sack yet. Now trips to the right. Hyde, the running back, right to the left. Hands off. Not Hyde, by the way. A gain of 3. That was actually Boswell. Tezzy Boswell, 6', 210 out of Orange, New Jersey. Gain of, call it 3, so 2nd and 7. Boswell still the running back, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, in a fast-moving football game. Snap, hand off to Boswell again. He runs into his own tight end, still manages to gain 3. Call it 3rd and 4 now as Boswell ran into his tight end. That was 83, Connor Mackey he hit, which slowed down his progress. Hyde now out there, 3rd down and 4. Franklin Pierce going into the wind. He's got Hyde next to him in the shotgun. Trips to the left, single receiver right on 3rd and 4. Eagles show blitz, now back off Leal. looks left, still looking left, throws it deep down the sideline. He's got Benitez. It's going to die in the wind, and a good defensive play by the Eagles' Flacavento. But part of that throw problem was throwing it into the wind. He had Benitez on the post, but the ball kind of died in the air as he threw it into the wind. Again, it's swirling, but it was blowing in his face. And you could see the ball slow down as he threw it up in the air. You got to throw it more on a line than what he did. And now Ethan Brown will punt for the 5th time today, the 5th time the Eagles have forced a punt. Defensive football here in Waterbury. Snap is decent. Brown gets it up, and that ball dies in the air. But a good punt and a Franklin Pierce roll will give the Eagles bad field position again, as the Eagles have not had great field position through these first 5 possessions, and they won't have it here as the ball dies at the 13-yard line. Pumachan out to quarterback this drive as the Eagles flip quarterbacks on each series of Pumachan and Taylor. Pumachan out. He's got White, the running back, to his left. Single receiver far side. Twins to the right near side. Snap to Pumachan is high. He fakes the handoff to White. Instead, he's trying to get away from an onset of tacklers and loses 1 yard. Brought down by 54, John Furno. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Eagles have to get some forward movement to spread out this Franklin Pierce defense a little bit. They're just bunching the middle of the field and forcing, completely taking away the run and Pumachan's ability to find holes because they want him to throw. They're daring him to throw. They're stacking the box. There are 7 guys in the box right now. Snap. Pumachan looks left, throws it left, deep down the sideline. About 10 yards over the wide receiver's head, and that was Brian Kalangis, 5'7", 165 out of Monroe, New York. It was about 10, 12 yards over his head. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Ravens keep having great field position. Eagles keep having bad field position. Eventually, something's going to break. Eagles have to get some first downs and change the field position. Two receivers on either side. Pumachan looks over the defense. Who's going to force him to throw? Pumachan finds a little hole, tries to go up the middle with it. He's not going to get anywhere near the 11 yards he needs. Gains 4, gets to the 18-yard line, and the Eagles will punt again. Ravens had a little bit more of a nickel package on that one, so there was a little bit more of a hole, but they're daring the Eagles to run right now. They're daring the Eagles to throw right now by clogging up the middle of the field and not letting them run. They want Pumachan to throw, not run. Hall at the 5, Benitez standing on his own 40. Good snap by Bradley Schwartz. Gets the ball blocked, though, as 50 got in there. The punt was blocked. That was by 50. Jeremiah Hayes, 6'1", 230 linebacker out of Union City, New Jersey. It was a good snap by Bradley Schwartz, but Hall's punt blocked as nobody blocked Hayes, and that's what I was talking about. At some point, something was going to happen. The Ravens' field position has been immaculate. They just haven't been able to do anything with it. The Eagles' field position has been poor, and they also haven't been able to do anything with it. So a blocked punt and a ball on the 17-yard line into the red zone. Go the Ravens for the first time today. Anthony Johnson, the running back, next to Leal. Johnson, 5'8", 180 out of Syracuse, New York. Trips to the left, single receiver right. Leal looks over the defense that shows blitz. Snap to Leal. Fakes the handoff. Throws it to the right side. It is caught. That might be enough for a first down. Let's see where the spot is. Call it 2nd and 1. So they're on the 9. Caught by Massey, by the way. 2nd and 1, on the 9-yard reception. Johnson's still the running back. This time 2 receivers left, single receiver right. They hand to Johnson. Johnson goes up the middle. He's got a hole, and he's into the end zone for a Raven touchdown. Anthony Johnson's first touchdown as a member of the Ravens. He came into the game 28 carries, 121 yards, and no touchdowns. Well, that's his first right there, and the Ravens on the board. It's 6-0. And it's like we were discussing. You can't keep giving the Ravens great field position. That field position was because of a blocked punt, but they've had one really bad placement of field position so far in this game. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good by their field goal kicker, who is Adani Santos. Excuse me, that was Dylan Hubbard, 25, not 26. And for the first time today, points have been scored. Eagles are down 7-0. With 10:17 remaining in the first half. Those points generated on a block punt by Jeremiah Hayes. So now let's see if the Eagles can respond, trailing for the first time today. They've only gotten 1 first down in their first 6 possessions. But the Ravens are going to kick into the wind, and the wind is picked up as the Ravens are about to kick. They're not going to kick this anywhere near Israel Geraldo. The opening kickoff was a ground ball to short that went about 30 yards. Kickoffs are Adani Santos. He will kick it in the air. It'll be short and caught by White at the 35. White, 40, 45, 50. He might go 40 down the sideline, and he's brought down inside Raven territory. Adonis White sort of snuck out there as one of the up men. They kicked it to him. He took the ball and returned it for 43 yards to the Raven 27. Kick was short. 1, they didn't want to give it to Geraldo. 2, because of the wind. And a great return by White, and the Eagles set up 1st and 10 inside the Raven 30-yard line. First time today they've been on this side of the field. Taylor using hand signals, looking over. 2 receivers on either side. Snap to Taylor. Looks right. Still looking. Throws it deep down the right side of the field. It is not caught. A lot of pushing and shoving down there as he was looking for Jaheim Chambers. Among the defenders back there was 13, Jamel Lee, but a lot of pushing and shoving down there, and ultimately ball was thrown out of bounds. 2nd and 10. The Eagles want to do something with this great field position, just like the Ravens did on their possession. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. White, the running back, behind Taylor. Taylor fakes. He's going to go off tackle. Gets a good block. Will get up to close to the 25-yard line, so maybe a gain of 3. We'll make it 3rd and 7. Let's see where they officially mark him. They mark him down to 27, so only a gain of 1. Looked like he got a little further than that, but only a gain of 1. So 3rd and 9 officially. Probably 4th down territory, even with the wind at the back of Nathan Hawkins. But the Eagles need to come away with points here. Twin receivers to both sides. White next to Taylor in the shotgun, and let's see if it's the defender or the offender who moves. Umpire initially pointed to the offense. The other player is looking toward the defense. Let's see. False start on the Eagles, so move it back 5, 3rd and 14 now. And this almost assuredly makes it 4 down territory offensively. So the Eagles would just be good to get some yardage back or get the first down or get a touchdown, either or. Same formation. Ravens show blitz. Sun goes behind the cloud for the first time today. Taylor looks left, still looking left, throws it over the middle, dangerously, and it's picked off. It went off the hands of Geraldo, and it's picked off and brought down Darian Lopez Sullivan, 6'4", 185 out of Portland, Maine. Ball was behind Geraldo again. It went off his hands and caught by Lopez Sullivan at the 30. So the Eagles turn it over. The one thing you didn't want to do after that great field position, and return to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Ravens, and the Eagles in a bit of danger category right here. They have not been able to move the ball at all offensively with 9 minutes and change to go in the first half. Leal has trips to the left and the running back to his right in the shotgun. Eagles coming in. Leal waits, now snaps it. Looks left, still looking left, throws it left. Caught at the 48, and out of bounds goes Austin Howe. Gain of 7. Now to the Eagles side of the field again. 2nd and 3 from the 48-yard line. Eagles, in some ways, offensively need to emulate a little bit of what the Ravens are doing. Just get the ball to open receivers. Simple plays, that gets 7 yards on that one, the 2nd and 3. 2 running backs this time flank Leal. He has 2 wide receivers right and 1 to the left. Snap to Leal. He'll hand off to one of them. Up the middle. Pushes the pile enough for a first down. That's Andrew Molesky. Pushed the pile enough for the first down. 5'9", 200 out of Ashland, Mass. And it's another first down for the Ravens at the 44. 2 receivers near side left. He moves Molesky over to his right. So he's got 2 running backs standing to his right. The formation I don't think I've ever seen before. Snap. He hands off to one of them. Molesky acts like a fullback, and that's a loss of at least 2. Nice tackle in there by the Eagles' Equan Crawford as he brought down 11 Boswell. Again, that was a weird setup with both running backs directly to the right of Leal. Molesky acted like a fullback, but nobody was fooled. And a 2-yard loss makes it 2nd and 12 at the 46. Hyde back out there. Nope, sorry, not Hyde. It's still Boswell as the running back. 2 receivers on both sides. Leal looks right, still looking right. He's going to get, nope, he throws it and makes a completion. Great job by Leal. That's what we were talking about. He's listed at 6'2", 195. He looks much bigger than that. He was being pulled and yanked on by one of the Eagles. He still managed to get his right arm 3 and throw it, and it was caught by Tristan Evans. 3rd and 1 on a gain of 11. Ball at the 35. They need the 34. Almost assuredly 4-down territory, barring a sack or a penalty. Hyde, the running back, next to Leal. Eagles look like they're coming to bunch that middle up. Snap, fakes the handoff, throws it, and it's almost picked off by Michael Gabetti. As he read the fake handoff and throw to the right side well. But as I said, they're going to go for it on 4th down. It's no man's land in college football at the Division II level, that 35-yard line. Too far for a field goal, too short for a punt. Leal goes under center. Benitez is the running back behind Hyde. Let's see if they just push forward. The ball is fumbled on the ground. It's still there, and it is. Doesn't matter. Eagles will get it anyway. Turnover on downs. Leal able to jump back on it. He was going to hand it to Hyde, who was in the fullback position, but he fumbled it. He jumped back on it for a loss of 4, but because it's 4th down, the Eagles get the ball in control, and they get the Ravens off the field. We talked about how big a defensive series that was. The Eagles get them off the field, only trailing 7-0. And now have a chance to get back in this football game. Single receiver left, twin stack to the right. Bandy, the running back, behind Pumachan in the shotgun. Snap to Pumachan. Hands it off to Bandy, who finds a bit of a hole, but then gets taken down by 13, Jamel Lee. Gain of 3, and the Eagles move quickly. First time today they've really picked up the tempo. Same formation. Handoff to Bandy, who gets nothing. Looked like one of the Ravens had lined up off sides, but they don't get the call. 3rd and 7, no gain. And even though they gained yardage on that first down play, again, the Ravens are daring Pumachan to throw. They have the box stacked. 7 guys within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage and an 8th pinching. A running back or wide receiver screen would be great here. Pumachan throws it, and good defensive play by 4. Jordan Eli, 6', 225, out of Paulson, New Jersey, as they were looking for Bryce Calanges. Excuse me, actually, Jaquan Bramell. And the Eagles will punt again. 5:34 to go in the first half. 7-0 Ravens. Eagles had their last punt blocked. See if they can get this one off. Good snap by Schwartz, though, but the punt was blocked. Low snap this time. He picked it up off the ground, but nobody rushing. And a good punt by Hall. Bounces at the 10, and a great punt, actually, as it's inside the 10-yard line, marked off at the 6. That's a solid punt right there of 50 yards by Hayden Hall. Not his longest. His longest of the year is 62. But the worst field position of the day by the Ravens, they're going to start marking between the 5 and the 6. 1st and 10. 5:25 to go in the first half. Ravens will get the ball for the second half. So again, Eagles want to play good defense here. Eagles have yet to sack Leal, although he's fumbled twice. And Eagles have not been able to get the ball. Leal has Johnson, the running back. They hand off to Johnson. He goes into a pile of Eagles, maybe gets 1.5. Kevin White among the Eagles in that pile. Call it a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Johnson still the running back to the right of Leal. Ravens going into the wind here in the second quarter. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Gives the handoff, A gain of to the 10, 11. 3rd and 5. Again, bad angle. Looked like he had pulled the ball out, but he did not. So 3rd and 5. They need the 17, ball at the 12. Johnson goes off. Hyde comes in. Formation a lot tighter, but 2 receivers on both sides, including the tight end, Dan Miller. Snap. Rolls to the right, does Leal. He has a man. He doesn't throw it, though. Still rolling. Throws it up the middle and behind his intended target, who is Joseph Mugavero. He originally had Austin Howe right at the first down marker as he was rolling to his right, but didn't throw it there. Instead kept going and then threw it behind him. Hard to move right and throw it behind your body. It's also dangerous. Incompletion. The Eagles get off the field. 4:08 to go in the first half. And the punter Brown standing in his own end zone this time. Israel Geraldo standing at his own 40. At the Raven 40. Wind right in the face of Brown. Snap is good to Brown. Tries to get it off. He does. It pops up in the air. It's going to die like the 30-yard line. 25 and a punt of 14 yards for Ethan Brown. Kicked it high, not on a line drive, and because he kicked it high, the wind took it. That'll give the Eagles their best field position of the day. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Ravens. Eagles need to score here. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Taylor back out at quarterback. White the running back in the pistol. Snap to Taylor. Hands to White. tries to go off right tackle. He gets a block. He's going to go down to the 12-yard line. Eagles caught a break, bit of a hold by Jaden Gibbs, but they don't throw the flag. It's been reasonably penalty-free. A couple of false starts in there. But the Eagles get into the red zone for the first time today on the 12-yard run by White, their best offensive play of the day. Taylor has two wide receivers far side, single receiver to the right. White the running back, snap to Taylor, gives to White, goes off left guard, pushes the pile inside the 10, where he'll be stopped, 2nd and 8. Eagles can still get a first down without the touchdown. They can get it at the 2. But they want 6 points here and to get back in this game. 3 minutes to go in the first half, clock ticking. Bandy now out there with White to flank Taylor. Single receivers on either side, Lisbon and Chambers. Taylor moves Bromell, fakes the handoff to Bandy, takes it himself, tries to go off tackle, and a late flag as well as he's brought down at the 8. Referee threw that flag. Let's see what it is. Let's see what that is. Looks like holding. Jaheim Chambers, the defendant on the flag. That'll push the Eagles back 10 yards. From 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 18, I presume, although they haven't moved the ball yet. Nope, they're going to decline it. That's odd. The Ravens are declining. Oh, no, they're not declining it. The coach was waving like he was declining it. I guess they will accept it, push them back, 2nd and 18 at the 20. So 2 receivers to both sides. White, the running back, next to Taylor, 2nd and 18. Geraldo in motion. Snap to Taylor. Looks right, throws right, has somebody in the corner. Almost a great interception by number 10, Demir Stone. Almost a miraculous one-handed interception as Taylor was looking for Chambers. But good defense there by Stone. He was blanketing Chambers. And now it's 3rd and 18. I have to wonder if the Eagles will try a field goal from this distance. Taylor all alone in the backfield. 4 receivers and a tight end. High snap. Might have given it on the end around. Instead, Taylor goes forward, maybe about a yard short of the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 11. 2-minute warning. No, that might be a timeout. 2-minute warning here in Waterbury. And it's brought to you by Post University, ranked as one of the top online colleges for 2025 by Newsweek. So ask yourself, are you a Post person? What are you waiting for? Reach out to Post University today to see what they can offer you. Online, hybrid, and on-campus options await. For more information on all of Post degree programs, visit campus, take a tour, or apply. Go to post.edu. That's post.edu. Stay with us at halftime. We'll go around the Post University sports scene, a super busy Post University sports scene. Women's soccer playing, women's volleyball playing, men's soccer later, women's hockey will get underway shortly. All stuff going on. Men's hockey starts a week from today. All stuff going on at the Post University sports scene here. That's at halftime on the Post University Sports Network. Eagles come out looking to go for it, and they're not going to kick the field goal. Trailing 7-0. Oh, no, they are going to kick the field goal. My apologies. Hawkins is out there. It's a 31-yard kick for Hawkins on the far hash mark. Wind at his back, blowing straight at his back. Pumachan, the holder. Bradley Schwartz, the snapper. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is wide right. Oh, nope, it's good. I'm sorry. That is good. Again, angle. Bit of an angle. It's a good kick for Hawkins, who is 3 for 3 on field goals this season, 2 for 2 from 30 to 39 yards. That's actually his career long, 31. His other one was 30. So the Eagles on the board, 7-3. My apologies. Been getting that wrong all year. The angle that we're at is challenging at times. But good for the Eagles. That's a good field goal. Eagles on the board with the field goal. Needed to get some points. Now need to make a defensive stop. It's the wraparound time because the Ravens will have the ball here and for the start of the second half. So the Eagles want to get off the field no worse than 7-3. Last week when they finally got points on the board against Assumption, and again the deficit much larger, they allowed the Greyhounds to march down the field and get a late first half touchdown, and that sort of put away any real chance of the Eagles making a comeback in that game. Here it's a lot different. It's only 7-3, but you don't want the Ravens to score here. You want to get off the field for halftime no worse than 7-3. Hawkins with the kick, line drive. It will bounce over the head. It'll go over the head and then bounce of the return man, Justin LaChance. And 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Ball at the 25-yard line. Again, wind changing direction, now sort of blowing across the field a little bit. You look at the big American flag on the far right and compare it to how the flags are blowing on the goalpost, it does change a little bit. And you look at the trees and it looks a little different as well. Ravens not a big field goal kicking team. They've only tried 4, and their kicker is 1 for 4 on the year. And with the wind in their face, they almost assuredly need to go 75 yards. Snap to Leal. He hands off to the running back Hyde. Finds a little bit of, that's Boswell. Found a little bit of a hole, gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Orlis to tackle. Gabetti there as well. Timeout by the Eagles. 1:40 remaining in the first half. 2nd and 5. Ravens get the choice for the second half. You kind of presume they want the ball. It means the Eagles will pick field position. So, fourth quarter, Eagles will have the win at their back, you would assume. And again, I'm making an assumption, and you know what that means. And I'm not talking about the team that played here last week. Timeout, Eagles. 2nd and 5, minute 40 to go in the first half. Don't forget to join us 2 weeks from today. The Eagles will play their home finale against St. A's. It will count as a non-conference game. 2 weeks from today, November 8th, 1 p.m. kickoff here on the Post University Sports Network, comprising the CACC network and youtube.com/GoPostEagles. If you want to find me next week, we'll be at the men's hockey home opener, the season opener for the men's hockey team down at the Sports Center of Connecticut. They'll take on Western Connecticut State University in the season opener. 2:30 puck drop down at the Sports Center, 2:15 pregame on the Post University Sports Network. 2nd and 5, trip receivers to the right, single receiver left. Can't tell if that's Hyde or Boswell, the running back next to Leal. Snap, hands the ball off and brought down immediately as Boswell by a blitzing Amir Johnson. A loss of 3. 3rd and 8. On a 3-yard loss, Eagles call another timeout. That play took 5 seconds. Great play by Amir Johnson. And now it's 3rd and 8. Around the top 25, Indiana, number 2, leads UCLA 35-3 at the half. Number 7, Georgia Tech, 23 over Syracuse. Number 8, Ole Miss leads number 13, Oklahoma, 22-10. That's in Oklahoma, start of the third quarter. Number 16, Virginia, tied with the Fighting Belichick's 10-10 in North Carolina. Number 18, South Florida, 24-14 over Memphis at halftime. Nebraska 14, Northwestern 6. Purdue 17, Rutgers 14. Wake Forest 10-6 over SMU. Kansas State 21-14 over Kansas. That's at halftime. Old Dominion 10, App State 7. Bowling Green 21-10 over hopeless Kent State. Eastern Michigan 14-7 over Ohio. Arkansas 14-10 over Auburn. And Akron with a 3-2 lead at Buffalo closing in on halftime. Two receivers right, single receiver left. It's Johnson, the running back, next to Leal. 3rd and 8. Snap to Leal. He'll hand the ball off to Johnson. Tries to find a hole. Gets a couple of yards, but he's going to be way short of a first down. 3 solid yards at the 28. Good defensive stand by the Eagles. That will allow a punt by Brown, whose last punt went a grand total of 14 yards into the wind. Eagles got a field goal off of it, and that's what we were talking about. Don't go in any worse than 7-3. Now you have a chance to get points of your own going into halftime. See if that is a Franklin Pierce timeout because of the injury, or do the Eagles get charged with one? Injury was to 62 Justin Costa. 6'10", 280 redshirt freshman out of Lynbrook, New York, place I know reasonably well. He's able to walk off under his own power. Geraldo back to receive the punt. Brown, who again's last punt was 14 yards, almost had it blocked as well. Standing inside his 20. Geraldo back at the 35. Minute 29 to go in the in the first half. Game's going quick, not that quick. Snap is high. Brown gets it off, up in the air. Again, it'll die short. Geraldo comes in to catch it at the 42-yard line. Eagles take over on the 40 and their own 42-yard line with 81 seconds to go in the first half. Love to get some points here. Only turnover has been the Eagles on an interception, but would love to get some points going into halftime to take the lead or cut the deficit. 7-3 Ravens right now. Malachi Taylor back at quarterback. Taylor takes a snap, looks left, still looking, throws it high and intercepted. Bad karma, I guess. It was picked off by DeJohn Banks. 6 foot 175 out of Hartford, Connecticut. Bad throw by Taylor, and the Eagles turn the ball over on the first play of that drive. 1:15 to go in the first half. Ball now at the 39-yard line. And now the Eagle defense has to make another stop. And if the Ravens play it right, they'll never give the Eagles the ball back again here in the first half. Again, wraparound time again. Leal, the quarterback. Snap. Looks right. Holds right. Still, ball is popped out! It's a sack and a fumble picked up by the offensive lineman, though. 71, Tyrone Zulo. Big sack there. Think that was Kevin White. Huge sack by the Eagles. First time that they got to Leal. And now Franklin Pierce slowing it down significantly. A loss of 20. Eagles don't have any timeouts, however, so they'll gladly let the clock tick down. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson will gain about 9 yards, but that might be it for Franklin Pierce. They can let the clock go to halftime. And I think that's what they're going to do because it's 3rd and a mile. 19, actually. A lot more yards than a mile, but you get the point. Ravens will let the clock die down. That'll be the end of the first half. Ravens get the ball to start the second half. A defensive first half, to say the least. Eagles, though, two turnovers. And that leads in a blocked punt, no less. 7-3 Ravens at halftime. We'll come back in a few minutes with our halftime. We'll look around the Post University sports scene and get you caught up on the NE10 and anything else we can think of here on the Post University Sports Network. Franklin Pierce 7, Eagles 3 at halftime. We'll be back.
Here's the number.
Halftime here at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury, Connecticut, 7-3. Franklin Pierce. Apologies for some of the technical difficulties at halftime. Missed the round the post-university sports scene as we were getting that corrected, so apologies. Just one update, volleyball into the fourth set. They lead 2-1 over Chestnut Hill. Up at the Drubner Center, volleyball looking to move to 8-0 in conference, 9-0 at home, and 18-3 overall. Stats brought to you by Post University and the 17 NCAA Division II athletic programs from its nationally ranked men's soccer team, who have made the NCAA Sweet 16 3 years in a row, with a brand new women's flag football team slated to start in 2026. Post offers a variety of sports in every season you can enjoy, whether a student, a parent, or a fan. For more information on Post University athletics, news, scores, and upcoming schedules for all your favorite teams, please go to posteagles.com. That's posteagles.com. First half stats are ugly. Let's just call it what it is. Leal 8 for 16 for Franklin Pierce, 71 yards. No turnovers, but he fumbled twice and was able to have recovery by himself and a offensive lineman. Rushing, Anthony Johnson leads the way with 4 carries for 16 yards and the touchdown. Tezzy Boswell, 8 carries, 20 yards. The leading rusher in the NE10, Romello Hyde, 3 carries, 11 yards. And Andrew Molesky, 2 carries for 4 yards. Leal credited with 2 attempts for 0 yards overall. Receiving-wise, again, a hodgepodge. Tristan Evans, 2 for 26. Austin Howe, 2 for 18. Cameron Massey, 2 for 13. Muguvero, 1 for 8. And Poe, 1 for 6. Tackling-wise, several with 4, but Mason Clark, 2 sacks in the first half. Punting, Ethan Brown, 7 punts, 215 yards, a 30.7 average. His long was 42 yards. For the Eagle offense, well, again, a challenge. Malachi Taylor, 0 for 8 and 2 interceptions, no yards. Tyler Pumachan, 2 for 4 for 12 yards. Running, Pumachan, 8 for 25. Adonis White, 4 for 16. Edward Bandy, 3 for 7. Geraldo, 2 for 6. And Malachi Taylor, 3 for 1. The only 2 receptions by 83, Darius Washington, 2 for 12. I believe those are Washington's first receptions of the year. Those are his first 2 receptions of the year. Defensively, Amir Johnson leads the way with 4 total tackles for the Eagles. There was 1 sack as well, led by Kevin White. Special teams-wise, Nathan Hawkins 1 for 1 on field goals. Hayden Hall, 6 punts, 234 yards, a 39-yard average, which is impressive kicking into the wind as they were. The team stats are, well, they set football back a few years. Franklin Pierce, 5 first downs, 21 rushing yards, 71 receiving yards, 92 total yards in the first half on 35 plays. That's 2.63 yards per play, and the Eagles are worse. 2 turnovers, 2 first downs, 39 rushing yards, 12 receiving yards, a total of 51 yards on 32 plays, 1.59 yards per play. Franklin Pierce, 3 penalties, 15 yards. Post, 2 penalties, 15 yards. Each team with Franklin Pierce with 7 punts, Eagles with 6. 1 punt was blocked. So the Eagles have had 2 interceptions and 1 punt blocked and only trail 7-3. Franklin Pierce 0 for 8 on 3rd down. Eagles 1 for 10. Franklin Pierce 0 for 1 on 4th down. Eagles have not tried one yet, as these possessions get worse and worse as the game has gone on, but it's a close football game, so it should be a fun second half of football. Around the top 25, as still have a minute to go or so till the third quarter. Indiana 42, UCLA 3. Number 7, Georgia Tech 27, Syracuse 10. Number 8, Ole Miss 25. Number 13, Oklahoma 13. Number 16, Virginia, still tied with the Fighting Belichicks in the third quarter, 10-10. South Florida 24, Memphis 17. South Florida ranked 18th in the country. Other games in the top 25. Number 4, Alabama at South Carolina, 3:30. Number 15, Missouri at number 10, Vanderbilt, also at 3:30. Number 11, BYU at Iowa State, that's at 3:30. Number 23, Illinois at Washington, also at 3:30. 4 o'clock is number 14, Texas, hosting Oklahoma State. Baylor at number 21, Cincinnati, also at 4. Number 22, Texas at Mississippi State, 4:15. Wisconsin at number 6, Oregon, 7 o'clock. Stanford at number 9, Miami, 7 o'clock. Number 3, Texas A&M and number 20, LSU, 7:30. Boston College at Louisville, number 19, 7:30. Number 25, Michigan at Michigan State, 7:30 p.m. Number 17, Tennessee at Kentucky, 7:45. And Arizona State, ranked 24th, hosts Houston at 8 p.m. UConn at Rice, that game will start at 3 p.m. That's your look around the top 25 and Post University Stats, brought to you by Post University, who wants you to ask yourself, are you a Post person? Post makes it personal with fast, flexible, and affordable programs that are designed to help you achieve your goals no matter where you are in your academic journey. Post offers online, hybrid, and on-campus degree programs to meet your needs. For more information on all of Post degree programs, visit campus, take a tour, or apply. Go to post.edu. That's post.edu. Eagles to kick to the Ravens to start the second half. Eagles in the home grays with the orange numbers. Ravens in the road white with maroon numbers. Ravens will go right to left. As you look at your screen and dial, they will have the wind in their face. The Ravens will go left to right. They'll have the wind at their back. Wind has picked up. It was listed as 8 to 12 miles an hour. It looks a little harder than that. It's blowing from left to right as well. So this is the quarter the Eagles want to get some points. I mean, the Ravens did score going into the wind, but that was off a blocked punt. So the Eagles trailing 7-3. Hawkins to kick off. His only other kickoff was a touchback. Back to receive is Justin LaChance. That ball is deep and over LaChance's head. It almost went totally out of the end zone on the fly. That tells you how hard the wind's blowing. And 1st and 10, Franklin Pierce to start the second half. Quarterback Kevin Leal, 8 for 16 in the first half, 71 yards. He will come out with the league's leading rusher, Romello Hyde, only had 8 yards in the first half. Ball on the far hash mark, single receiver right, twin receivers left. He's got Hyde next to him in the shotgun, does Leal. Start of the second half here in Waterbury. We thank you for joining us wherever you are. Snap, Leal hands to Hyde. Hyde finds a hole, pushes the pile forward, gains about 6, call it 6. His best run of the day. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 31. They need the 35. Same formation with Hyde next to Leal in the shotgun. Eagles showing blitz. Snap. Handoff to Hyde again. He tries to go up the middle. Finds enough of a hole to get a first down. Call it another gain of 5. Hyde, 2 runs, 10 yards. More than doubles his total. Snap quickly to Hyde again. Tries to go off the guard. He does. This time not 5. He'll gain, call it 4. And then a late flag, I think, thrown in there as well. I didn't see who that was on. Is that going to be a holding penalty or is that against the Eagles on a face mask? Didn't quite see what the penalty was. Right in front of us here at the 42. All of the officials together. Katrikazis is pointing at Franklin Pierce, indicating the penalty's on them. Let's see. And it is against the Eagles' Jordan Reamer. So instead of 2nd and 6, it'll be 1st and 10, and the ball will be inside Eagle territory on a 15-yard face mask. It's one of those rare face masks where you didn't see the offensive team complaining and you didn't know the defensive team didn't know what they did, but face mask anyway. Quickly to the line are the Ravens. Leal fakes the handoff to Hyde, now looks to throw. He gets hit, throws it, and it's almost picked off by Orleus, who probably should have picked it off. Leal was rushed, and you can see anytime the Eagles rush Leal, he gets happy feet, whether that's rolling out or in the pocket. They had some pressure on him this time. He threw it behind his receiver, and Orleus should have picked it off. But did not. That makes it 2nd and 10 with the ball at the 43-yard line. Opening drive of the second half. Eagles trailing 7-3. Aggressive clapping. Finally snapped. Hands the ball off to Hyde, who runs right into the line and gets pushed back, maybe a gain of 1, maybe a gain of 2. Michael Gabetti leads the pile. Hyde, 5'11", 215 from Nashua, New Hampshire. Just ran it right into the line. 3rd and call it 8 at the 41. Trips to the left, single receiver right. Leal has Hyde next to him in the shotgun on the left-hand side. Snaps to Leal, looks quickly. Blitz comes on. It's caught by Hyde right in the middle, and he has enough for a first down. Good job by Leal to get that ball and throw it to Hyde. The one guy the Eagles didn't take, Hyde sort of floated out into the middle, and a first down for the Ravens at the 25. Ravens moving very quickly right up to the line. Snap. Leal looks to the right, throws to the right. He's got a man open, but overthrows him. Looking for Cameron Massey. That time it looked like the Ravens went a little too fast. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ravens going right to left, wind in their face as the wind is blowing left to right. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. That's Boswell, the running back now, to the right of Leal. Snap. Hand off to Boswell as the Eagles thought the Ravens jumped. He goes off left tackle and is dumped by a big hit by Brendan McLaughlin. 5'10", 185 out of Lakeview, New York. Gained 5, though, so make it 3rd and 5 at the 20. Almost assuredly 4-down territory. They don't kick the ball very often, does Franklin Pierce. Their kicker, Dylan Hubbard, 1 for 4 and as long as 24. With the wind in their face, almost assuredly 4-down territory. 3rd and 5 from the 20. 2 receivers far side right, single receiver left. Still has Boswell next to him in the shotgun. Leal snaps, fakes the handoff, throws on the quick slant. It's caught by Benitez. Enough for a first down. And those are the passes that have been working today. Short, quick, over the middle for the Ravens. Trips to the right now as they move quickly to the ball again. He'll hand the ball off up the middle. Goes Boswell, maybe a gain of 1 as it's 1st and goal. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. From the 8. Maybe the 7. Again, angling. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Hyde back in as the running back to the right of Leal. Snap to Leal. Fakes the handoff to Hyde. In was a blitzer. Leal runs away from it. He will get tackled down inside the 5. They'll mark him at the 3. 3rd and goal from the 3. Flacavento was the one who rushed in on Leal. He did a good job to get around it. Gained a, call it 5. 3rd and 3. Third and 3, big defensive play for the Eagles here, and it'll be interesting to see what happens if the Eagles can stop them on 3rd down. The Eagles have had no offense today. So it's almost like you would go for it twice and force the Eagles to go 90-something yards if you can't get in. Leal Hands off to Hyde. He goes up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown for Rymello Hyde, his 4th of the year. 10:16 remaining in the third quarter. Opening drive of the third quarter, and the Ravens march down the field to make it 13-3 extra point coming up. And the extra point man is Adani Santos, 26. Snap, kick is good. 4-minute, 44-second drive for the Ravens to extend their lead to 14-3. And now a big offensive possession for the Eagles, who need to get themselves back in the game, both offensively and mentally. Eagles will play on the road next week at AIC, 1 p.m. up in Springfield on the NE10 network. They'll be home 2 weeks from today for the home finale. November 8th, 1 p.m., they'll host St. A's for the second time this season. It'll be a non-conference game against St. A's, a team that beat them in the final minute 3 weeks ago. 1 p.m. kickoff, 12:45 pregame on the Post University Sports Network, comprising the CACC network and youtube.com/go Post Eagles. Join me for all the action. Hope to have you on the network. Kick is high in the air into the sun. They're going to let it go to Bandy. Geraldo lets Bandy catch it. Up the middle he goes, gain of about 15. Gets to the 35. Officially, let's see where they mark that ball. And then a late flag on the field as well. Looks like it's going to go against the Eagles, as the Ravens are very excited. That flag is over at the 43-yard line. Not what the Eagles need to start their offensive series here in the third quarter, as they've been struggling all day offensively. Let's see. Still waiting for the call. Eagles had 2 number 4s on the field, thus a kicking violation. So it wasn't a 15-yard penalty. It's only a 5-yard penalty. That's a break. 1st and 10 from the 28. Tyler Pumachan in at quarterback for the Eagles. 1st and 10. Snap. Hands to White. Looks for a hole. Finds a hole. Gains about 5. That's one of the better runs today for the Eagles. Gain of 5 for White. As you mentioned, Taylor 2 for 4, 12 yards on the day. Now 2 running backs, 2 receivers left, single receiver right. Snap, gives to White again, looking to get around the block, but no chance. Taken down by Gino Facchetti. Third down and 5 for the Eagles at the 33. The Eagles have not been good offensively today, but first downs will get you out of it. 3rd and 5. The Ravens have been forcing the Eagles to throw and has been successfully defending it. 3rd and 5. Pumachan takes the snap, looks over the middle, has a hole. This time the hole opened up. He's going to try to get close to the first down. He might get there, and I think he got it. Needed the 38, got to the 39. That's a first down, Eagles. And that's what Pumachan's been looking to do, is on these plays have the pocket open up and get the run. But Franklin Pierce has done a good job at basically making him throw. That time the Eagle offensive line created the hole for him, and he got a first down. Only the 3rd first down today for the Eagles. Ball at the 39, 1st and 10. Snap. Gives to White. White bounces off the line in the middle, but drags defenders for a solid gain of 6. Gets to the 45, 2nd and 4. Good run by Adonis White. Eagles move quickly. 7 in the box for the Ravens. He doesn't hand it off. Pumachan does. Instead tries to push up the middle, maybe gains 2. Looks like he gets to the 47, call it 3rd and 2. And a player down for the Eagles. I can't tell who that is from this angle. I don't know if that's the tight end or not. It's the tight end, Jaquan Bramell, 6'5", junior from Hamden, Connecticut. Was on his front side, rolled over to his backside now as the trainers are out there looking at him. 14-3 Franklin Pierce here in the third quarter, and Bramell able to get up on his own and pop up and skip off under his own power. Maybe just a quick little stinger. Big 3rd and 2 for the Eagles, who have had 1 first down on this drive and 3 all day. Pumachan with 2 running backs flanking him on either side. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. 3rd and 2. Snap, looks to throw, does throw deep for Geraldo. It is caught at the 30. A great throw by Tyler Pumachan. Moves the pocket and the field position 23 yards for Geraldo, his first catch of the day. Had 122 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. Eagles moving the offense into Raven territory. 1st and 10 at the 30. Snap. Pumachan keeps it. Pump fakes. Rolls out to the left. Gains maybe 2 before he's dragged down by Facchetti. Pumachan has the speed. He was able to get a couple yards moving his way around Facchetti. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 28. Eagles need points, field goal or touchdown. It keeps them in the game. Pumachan takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, has space, throws it right in the middle of Geraldo. It's caught at the 10. And inside the 10, Pumachan right on the line of scrimmage when he threw it. Good enough for a first down, and now the Eagle offense moving a little bit. Some completions and first downs make that possible. 1st and goal. Right at the 10. So they can't get a first down unless they get a touchdown. 1st and goal at the 10. Pumachan with 4 wide receivers gives the ball to White. White finds a hole, pushes the pile down to the 5. They'll mark him at the 6, so a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from the 6. 5 and change to go in the third quarter. 14-3 Franklin Pierce. Eagles get to the line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. No one in the backfield with Pumachan on 2nd and goal from the 6. Snap, fakes the end around, goes up the middle with it, looking for a hole. He's going to find it. It's a touchdown, Eagles. Tyler does it again. He gets into the end zone for the 10th time this season. Pumachan, 6th in the NE10 in rushing, 1st in scoring, and 1st in touchdowns. A 6-yard touchdown run, and it's 14-9. Franklin Pierce, an excellent Eagle drive. 72 yards, and a 6-yard score by Tyler Pumachan. Hawkins for the extra point. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is good. Hawkins flies high on the extra point. The Eagles get into the nest on the Phoumachon touchdown. Eagles now trail 14-10 here at Municipal Stadium. 5:26 to go in the third quarter. Excellent drive by the Eagles. Almost 5.5 minutes, 72 yards. And the 6-yard touchdown run by Phoumachon, his 10th of the season. Brings the Eagles right back into this game. We said it was an incredibly important offensive series. The Eagles did what they needed to do. And now trail by only 4. Hawkins to kick. Ball on the far hash mark. Windet is back. Back to return is LaChance. Both kickoffs today by Hawkins have been touchbacks, so the wind has died down a little bit. So this might be playable. It's caught and then ran out of bounds for a touchback. His third of the day is Hawkins. That's his 12th touchback of the season. 1st and 10 from the 25. So both teams have had one possession in this quarter, and each team has scored a touchdown. A very different story than the first half, which included many, many, many punts. Two running backs with Leal, 2 receivers left, single receiver right on 1st and 10. He hands it to Johnson. Johnson goes off tackle and is brought down after a gain of, call it 5 for Johnson. Second and 5 at the 30. Eagles would be great to get a takeaway here. Something they have not done today. Trailing by 4. 2 receivers right this time. Running backs flanking, and now Boswell moves off into the pattern. Fakes the handoff to Johnson. Leal running with it. Eagles trying to bring him down, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and awkwardly tries to slide. More like he just sat down on his butt, gained about half a yard, so no sack. Call it 3rd and 4 at the 31. Not sure if he was trying to slide or just got brought down, but Leal gained a yard. 3rd and 4. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Boswell, the running back, to the left of Leal, who's in the shotgun. Eagles show blitz. Gabetti pushing up to the line. Plays back in the pattern. Throws. Quick slant. It is almost picked off as it was read beautifully by Giovanni Flacavento. Benitez ran the slant, but Flacavento ran it for him and was in the way. Leal was destined to throw it there. He did, and it was almost picked off. Like I said, the Eagles could desperately use an interception, but a punt nonetheless into the wind. Ethan Brown, 30.6 average on 7 punts. It's high. He's got time. Kick is low and wind caught. Will bounce at the Eagle 40-yard line. With 3:54 to go in the third quarter, the Eagles have a chance to take the lead on this offensive series. Out comes Malachi Taylor. Sort of surprised they didn't go back to Phoumachon. Malachi Taylor 0 for 8, 2 interceptions today at quarterback. Taylor looks, fakes the throw, tries for the wide receiver screen, threw it high, but it ends up being caught by Lisbon. Lisbon, on Taylor's first completion of the game, gains 5 yards to the 46-yard line. And that's like some of those plays that we were talking about that the Eagles needed to run to get Taylor going offensively. 2nd and 5. at the 46. Snap to Taylor. Hands the ball off. Finds a small hold as Bandy. He's 5'6". Gained maybe 2. Call it. It's 3rd and 3, whatever you want to call it. Eagles need the Raven 49. They're at their own 48 on 3rd and 3. But you move the ball, you get some offensive plays, and suddenly you can move a little bit faster. Under 3 minutes to go in a fast-moving third quarter. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Bandy, the running back, next to Taylor in the shotgun. Snap to Taylor. 3rd and 3. Looks over the middle, throws over the middle. He has Lisbon, and then he dropped it. Lisbon wide open at the 35. Had it in his hands and dropped it. Would have been a first down and more. Might have been enough for a touchdown. He had an angle, but looked at all that space before looking the ball in, and he drops it. An assured first down. He needs to shake that one off. Hall to punt. Snap is good. Hall had a punt blocked earlier. Good kick by Hall. It will bounce at the 10 and caught at the 11 by Miles Ward. So the Eagles go with only 1 first down on that drive, but should have had more on the drop by Lisbon. Have to punt it away, and the Ravens will start 1st and 10 with 2:25 to go in the third quarter. It's a character game right now. Both teams fighting hard. It's a character game. Who's going to have more? Who's going to win this football game with 17 minutes of game time left? Leal, the quarterback, has Hyde next to him. Leal takes the snap, looks right, throws it to Hyde behind him, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Flacavento. A loss of 8. That would have been a lateral. Technically, it's a run. He threw it behind him. It's an 8-yard rushing loss on the lateral. Ball at the 4. 2nd and 18. Leal snaps, hands to Hyde. Hyde goes up the middle, gains maybe 1. 3rd and 17 on the tackle by Michael Gabetti. Franklin Pierce, player down, keeps trying to get up on his own power. Looks like an offensive lineman. I think that's Tyrone Zulo. Looks like 71. Tried to get up 3 times, finally just rolled over on his back. With a minute 41 to go in the third quarter, Ravens will have 3rd and call it 16. Leo 11 for 22, 91 yards on the day. While we're waiting, let's see if we can get an update in the women's volleyball game, which was at match point, but and the Eagles have won that game. Let's see. Eagles have closed out Chestnut Hill 3-1 in women's volleyball today. 25-14, 25-23, 24-26, and 25-21. They moved to 18-3 overall, 8-0 in the CACC, 9-0 at home. Scores in the top 25, number 2, Indiana 49, UCLA 6, number 7, Georgia Tech 34, Syracuse 10. Ole Miss, number 8, now trails number 13, Oklahoma 26-25 in the fourth. Number 16, Virginia, late in the fourth, still tied with the Fighting Belichicks 10-10. And number 18, South Florida leads Memphis 31-17 early fourth quarter. Zulo able to walk off with help of his teammates. A couple other offensive linemen holding him up. 3rd and 16 now from the 7-yard line. They need the 22. Twins left, single receiver right. Johnson's the running back next to Leal to his right, who's in the shotgun. Snap to Leal. And he's brought down at the 1. Good job by the Eagles to get in the backfield. Loss of 5. Equan Crawford leading the way. Gabetti in there as well. They'll mark it at the 2. 4th down. Good job by the Eagles. And standing on his own end line is the punter, Ethan Brown. Israel Geraldo at the 35 of the Ravens. Snap might have been blocked. Kick takes in Ravens bounce to Geraldo at the 35. He's at the 30, 25, brought down, so 10 yards on the return. Not sure if an Eagle got a hand on it, but that wind blowing right in the face of Brown with 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pumachan out at quarterback. Eagles trailing 14-10. Hope you're enjoying this wherever you are on the Post University Sports Network. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. White's the running back. Bandy's the running back. He gives it to Bandy. Bandy goes right into the line and then is gang tackled by numerous Ravens, led by Jordan Eli. And Will Gomes in there as well. 4 and 34 in there on that play. Eagles get one more chance with the wind at their back to run a play. Might do 2 if there's an incompletion. Time ticking away. 4 receivers. Bandy the running back next to Pumachan on 2nd and 12. Snap. Looks left. Looks in the middle. Now throws it down the middle. He's got him in. It's caught. Touchdown! Eagles! Darius Washington, his first touchdown as an Eagle. He goes into the nest with time running out in the third quarter, and the Eagles have a 13-point quarter so far, and now have a 16-14 lead on Pumachan's second touchdown pass of the season and Washington's first touchdown catch. 28 yards. Hawkins for the extra point to give the Eagles a 3-point lead with 21 seconds to go in the third. Schwartz the snapper. Pumachan the holder. Hawkins the kicker. All 3 do their jobs as expected. The kick is good. And the Eagles with a 14-point third quarter now lead 17-14. Pumachan, a touchdown throw and a touchdown run, leads the NE10 in scoring still. And we talked about a few minutes ago a character game. The Eagles showed character there, forcing the Ravens to go 3 and out and then going right down and getting a touchdown to take the lead. Still 15 more minutes of, quote, character to go as these two teams slug it out here in Waterbury this afternoon. Eagles looking to go back over 500. Ravens trying to get to 500. And the Eagles will kick off for the first time today, leading 17-14. More than doubling their offensive output from the first half here in the third quarter. They have 5 first downs in the third quarter. They only had 2 in the first half. They had 51 yards at half. They now have 157. Hawkins, kick. That's a 4th touchback in a row for Hawkins. He kicked it out of the end zone this time. And over the head of Justin LaChance. And now the Ravens come out offensively for the first time today, trailing 17-14. And for Darius Washington, his first 3 catches of the season in this game. and his first touchdown catch as well. Trips left, single receiver right. Leal in the shotgun all alone. Sorry, 5 wide receivers, apologies, with Leal in the shotgun all alone. He looks, he quick throws to the right, high and over the head of Cameron Massey. 18 seconds remain in the third quarter. You would have thought maybe the Ravens would have run the ball there just to run the clock out so that the wind could go in the other direction. But they chose to throw. Second down. Last thing they want to do is run 3 quick plays with the wind in their face and then have to punt. You wonder if Coach Schultz would be wise to call a timeout on a third down if that were to happen. Trips left, this time all bunched together. Snap. Leal, they're forcing him to throw. Wide receiver screen caught by by Boswell. Not much there, a gain of 3, and that will end the third quarter here in Waterbury with the Eagles scoring 14 points and taking a 17-14 lead. You're listening and watching the Post University football. We'll be back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter on the Post University Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter here at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury. Eagles lead 17-14. Ravens in the white going left to right to start the fourth quarter. Eagles right to left. It's 3rd and 6 at the 30-yard line. Leal looks right, throws right, has a man. It is caught. It's Benitez right at the first down marker. Good throw by Leal. He threw it all the way to the other side of the field. Benitez makes the catch at the first down, and the Ravens will look to go quickly. Trailing 17-14. I'm Jeff Nelson here on the Post University Sports Network. We thank you for joining us wherever you are, even if you're 7 years old and watching at home on your couch. Single receiver left, Twins receivers to the right. Hands the ball off up the middle. A hole this time for Boswell, one of the bigger holes he's had today. 9 yards to the 45, 2nd and 1. Twin receivers left, Twins to the right. Ravens moving quickly on 2nd and 1. Snap. Throws it to the near side. It is caught. Enough for a first down, but not much of a gain. Call it 2. As Austin Howe caught it. Needed the 46. Got to the 48. 1st and 10. Ravens wind at their back, trailing by 3. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, including the big tight end, Markey. Leal, listed as 6'2", looks more than that. Has his running back next to him. Romello Hyde has not touched the ball a lot today and is nowhere near his average of yards. Snap. Boswell's the running back. He catches the ball at the 50. He maybe gains a yard. See where they mark him. Right at midfield, do they mark him? Call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 on the Boswell catch. Boswell came into the game with only 4 catches for no yards. He's got 3 today. Single receiver right, 2 to the left, running back to the left of Leal. Snap. Fakes the handoff to Boswell, throws it, almost picked off again by Flacavento. That's the 2nd time today. As Leal was looking for Benitez, but he threw it to where Flacavento was standing, not where Benitez was. And that's 3rd and 8. for the Ravens. Again, this becomes a bit of a field position game. Eagles all day going into the wind have done nothing. Wind at the back of the Ravens right now, but the Eagles scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. 3rd and 8, Eagles want to get off the field. Trips left, single right. Running back to the left of Benitez. Now the tight end, Markey, goes in motion. Leal looks, Leal throws, Leal finds a man. It's caught for a first down. It's Massey. Gain of 10 to the 39. 39, excuse me. 1st and 10 at the 39. Ravens moving quickly. Leal looks to throw. There's a wide receiver screen. Now throws it deep down the sideline for Markey. And overthrew him by a yard. Markey, 6'4", needed to be 6'5" to make that catch, as he did dive out for it. Or it can be 6'4" with longer arms. Either way, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Good idea by Leal. It looked originally like they were going to do a wide receiver screen. Instead, they were looking down the sideline for Markey. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Running back is to the right of Leal in the shotgun. They fake the handoff, throw the quick screen to the other tight end who catches the ball and gets a first down and more. That other tight end is Dan Miller, 6'2", 220 from Niskania, New York. I'll have to admit I don't know where that is. But 6'2", 220, he makes the catch for Miller, his 4th catch of the season. He does have a touchdown to his credit. But good call, go to the tight end. 1st and 10 at the 24. Ravens driving, trailing by 3. Leal looks, this time a wide receiver screen caught. Brought down at the 20, gain of 4 for Tristan Evans, as the Ravens, moving very quickly, have moved the ball very quickly. Ball at the 20. Field goal does tie it, though they're not good at field goal kicking. First time they've slowed it down on this drive. 2 receivers left, single receiver right, the tight end Miller on the right. Boswell, the running back, next to Leal. Haven't seen much of Hyde today, although he was a little more prevalent on their last drive. Snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, now tries to avoid the sack, and he goes down hard. It's Amir Johnson, the first real sack of the day by the Eagles. Sorry, 2nd sack of the day by the Eagles. And down goes Leal, a loss of 4. 3rd and 10 with under 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Third and 10. It'll be interesting to see what the Ravens do if they don't get it. Trips bunch to the right. Now movement by one of them. Looks for a slant. Now throws. He takes a hit. It's up in the air and picked off. Oh, they hit Leal and got picked off as well, and then a late flag. But Shakir Price with the interception. Huge interception for Shakir Price. Leal got hit. Threw up a ball that was caught by Price, and now a couple of flags have gone down. Let's see what these are. One's at the 37, one's at the 17. Coach Schultz on the field, well past the hash marks. 3 officials talking. I think it might be holding on this side, the flag over here against the Ravens. And then let's see what's afterwards. But let's see. That's speculation by me. So a blindside block after the interception, and then unsportsmanlike conduct on Katrakazis. He didn't do the blindside block. They didn't give the number. But the unsportsmanlike conduct on Katrakazis moves the ball from the 20, where it was intercepted and returned to now the 5, I believe. Coach Schultz probably questioning the blind. Coach Schultz probably questioning the blindside block more so than the unsportsmanlike conduct. So it moves the ball back to the 4. Eagles leading by 3. 10:19 to go in the 4th. The first turnover of the day for the Ravens. Didn't see who hit Leal's arm. That's what caused it to go pop up and not get to his receiver. Malachi Taylor, the quarterback. Eagles at the 4, almost in a tush-push type scenario. And that's what they do. Taylor just pushes the pile forward. And I don't know if he gained anything in that rugby scrum. They're not at the goal line, so I'm not sure why they tush-push Philly there at all. With Taylor, nonetheless, now Pumachan comes out. It's an odd set of plays here. As Pumachan now in for Taylor, 2nd and 9.5 from the 5. White, the running back, Pumachan, the quarterback. Snap. Hands off to White, who gets to the 5. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and call it 9.5 from the 5. Eagles don't want to punt from this spot if they don't have to with the wind in their face. 3rd and 9, 2 receivers near side left, 1 receiver right. White neck behind Pumachan in the shotgun. Snap. Hands off to White. Gains nothing. If anything, lost 1. And the Eagles will punt. Not a solid possession by the Eagles. So they'll have to punt back to the Ravens. And Hall's been good. First 2 kicks into the win weren't, but his next 2 or 3 were decent. He just needs decent. Standing at his own standing at the Eagle 43 is Benitez. Eagles have had a punt blocked. Timeout, Eagles. Wonder if the Eagles are considering taking a safety. That would lead them by 1, and they could kick off like normal. You have to think, a little bit of a scramble on the punt team. Anyway, there was a late arriving lineman with 8:22 to go in the 4th quarter. But you have to wonder in the back of the head with the wind blowing in their face if they wouldn't be wise to take the 2-point safety and kick off. And then play defense, which they've done well all day, and Franklin Pierce not prone to field goal kicking. Versus giving them the ball at the 30, 35-yard line. Standing on the end line is Hall. Schwartz, the snapper. Snap. Nope, he'll kick it. And a great kick by Hall into that wind. Caught by Benitez at the 45. He avoids a tackle. And out of bounds went Benitez, and then another flag, but credit to Hall. 46 yards into the wind. See if there was a late hit, although I didn't think he was out of bounds at the 48 either. That's what the official's saying. Hard to tell from our angle, but let's see what the call is. Referee still hasn't made a call. He was walking over like he was about to. Benitez was marked out at the 48, and it looks like they're pointing forward like they're going to give them yards. Shakir Price, dead ball personal foul, so from the 48 to the 33. All that work from Hall, a 44-yard punt. Nullified by the 15-yard late hit out of bounds. Moves the ball to the 33. Eagles lead by 3. 8:12 to go in the fourth. Trips to the right, running back to the left. Snap. Leal. Last pass was an interception. Looks to get hit. He gets hit again. Throws up a duck, and it's caught. And it's a touchdown. Everything looked odd on that, from the hit to the run to the catch. But caught by Connor Markey. His third touchdown of the season, and one play, 33 yards. And the Ravens have regained the lead with 8:03 to go in the fourth. Makes you wonder on the 3 plays the Eagles just had, but a great punt by Hall. Snap is down. Kick is through. And the Eagles, a couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, changing the field. And a good throw by Leal, stood in there and took his hit and threw it that time, but he still ended up a bit of a duck. But Markey had body position on his defensive back, made the catch, and scores the touchdown. 21-17 Franklin Pierce. Now the Eagles have to do something they have not done all day, which is play into the wind successfully. First quarter was not good offensively for the Eagles. Fourth quarter hasn't been great either, and now they trail by 4. But to the Ravens' credit, they have scored into the wind, so it can be done. Adani Santos to kick the ball. He grounds it to short. It pops up in the air. Somebody's got to get it. It's finally taken by the up man. That's Bandy. Bandy gets to the 35 before brought down, a gain of 10. And then another late flag. This one might be on the Ravens this time, as Joey Poland was being held down. And if it's against the Eagles, it's just poor timing. And this one's on the Ravens, so a break for the Eagles. Luka Skoda, 6'2", 205 from Merrick, New York. He gets the 15-yard penalty there. That moves the ball to midfield right at the 50. So chippiness, referees trying to take the chippiness out of it. Pumachan, the quarterback here. Eagles trailing by 4. Twins to the right, single left. It's Bandy, the running back. 7:56 to go in the fourth. Snap. Handoff. Pushing the pile. Bandy, that's good for 2. To the other side of the 48. Call it 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Trips to the right. Single receiver left. That's Lisbon. Bandy still the running back. Because the offense has moved a little more quickly, they've spread out the Raven defense a little bit more. Now a throw caught by Lisbon, who bobbled it, but caught at the 31. First down Eagles as they move to the other side of the field with the wind in their face. Lisbon bobbled it but made the catch, his second, and made up for the drop earlier in the half. Quickly moving, Pumachan gives the ball to Bandy, tries to go all the way around off tackle. He maybe gained a yard. Got him to the 30, 2nd and 9. Brought down by Jordan Eli. 2nd and 9 at the 30. Bandy still out there. 2 receivers short side right, 2 receivers far side left. Pumachan calling signals. Snap. Pumachan has a hole. He throws it instead. It is caught and dropped. Almost caught by Miles Ward. He had to go up for it. Thought he had it. Well, he did have it, and then was knocked away by Michael King the third. Michael King the third. Makes it 3rd and 9. Almost a fantastic catch by Ward. 3rd and 9. Pumachan's throwing has looked really good this week. Credit to him. 6:12 to go in the third. Pumachan gets away from the rush. Throws it to nobody. Out of the pocket, and past the line of scrimmage, so no grounding. But Pumachan used his speed to get away from the rushers, and Franklin Pierce brought the blitz. Really, first time today they brought a heavy blitz. The 2 sacks in the first quarter were just a mark of single-man pressure. So 4th and 9, first 4th down today the Eagles have gone for. Trips left, single receiver right. See if they bring the blitz again. If so, maybe a quick slant to Geraldo over the middle. Snap. They don't bring a heavy blitz, though there's a late blitzer. He throws it to nobody, and that will be a turnover on downs. No awareness offensively that time as nobody turned around to help Pumachan. Late blitzer came from the secondary, forcing him out of the pocket and having him throw short. Turnover on downs. 5:55 to go in the fourth. Eagles trailing by 4. They did move the ball into Raven territory, which was good. Now they have to play defense again. Leal has 2 wide receivers right, 1 wide receiver left. Touchdown pass of 33 yards on the last series. Johnson, the running back, takes the handoff. He stumbles and bumbles down to the ground. Might have lost one. Might have lost half a yard. So 2nd and 10. Same formation. Eagles show blitz. Hands off to Johnson again and brought down behind the line of scrimmage this time, led by J.J. Morales. Katrakikis in there as well. 3rd and call it 11 now. They need the 40, ball at the 29. Under 5 to go in the fourth quarter. Ravens lead by 4. 2 receivers both sides this time. I think that's Boswell in the backfield this time. Got him offsides, throws it down. It is caught. Good job by Leal to get the Eagles to jump, and then a completion to midfield to Massey. Moves the chains. First down, Ravens. First and 10 at midfield for the Ravens. Clock ticking. Eagles still have 2 timeouts, but need to make a stop here. Eagles show blitz. Flacavento coming in, hands the ball off, no gain. Not sure if that was Johnson or Boswell. It's Boswell.
Boswell on the run. Going into number 8, Crawford. Comes up 2nd and 10 for the Ravens from the 49-yard line.
2nd and 10. Ravens just letting the clock tick down. Now under 4 minutes. Eagles have 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, trailing 21-17. Leal fakes, throws, high. Caught by somebody on the bench. Marcus Reed, one of the linebackers, he made the catch, but it was in the bench is where he's standing. Well over the head of Massey. 3rd and 10. Clock stops. 3:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Sun is underneath a cloud, so it's gotten considerably colder and a lot windier. Big defensive play here. 3rd and 10 from the Eagle 49. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Throws the wide receiver screen. It is caught by Benitez. He's got a first down and more. Nice play call there by Franklin Pierce. Leal hits Benitez on the wide receiver screen. And looks like Equan Crawford is down at the 33 with 3:27 to go in the fourth. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning still for the Eagles. Clock will tick under 3 minutes if the Ravens go slowly after this injury. But medical staff looking at Crawford right now. Who is on his back. Didn't see what happened to him. And he is going to see if he can get himself up. He's on sitting up now. And everybody helps him up. And looks like he's going to be able to walk off under his own power. First and 10 at the 33. 3:27 to go. Clock ticks. Hyde out there as running back now. Single receivers on both sides. 2 tight ends in to bunch the formation. Eagles show they're going to bring the house, which might lead Leal to throw it. Touchdown would probably put this game out of reach. Just letting the clock tick down now under 3 minutes. If it's a run, the Eagles will assuredly call timeout. Leal takes the snap, hands to Hyde. Big push by his offensive line, gains him 7. Timeout, Eagles. Big push, particularly from the 2 tight ends in Miller and Markey, 6'4" and 6'2", 6'2" and 6'4", respectively. Eagles 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning left. But a gain of, well, they'll mark it at 6, so 2nd and 4. 2:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles trailing 21-17. They led 17-14 at the start of the fourth quarter, but a 33-yard touchdown pass to Markey from Leal. The difference in the ball game now. First down won't end it, but it'll make it really challenging. Eagles are at AIC, winless AIC, next week. 2 weeks is the home finale. November 8th, 1 p.m. They'll host St. A's for the second time this season in a non-conference game. Hyde, the running back, snap. Hyde goes off left side again. This time he will still be short. Or did he get it? Let's see. .236 to go in the fourth. They're going to say 3rd and... Or are they marking it first? They're going to call it a first, so... This will make it a challenge He was right on that line. They're going to move it first down. So 1st and 10. All the Eagles have left now is a 2-minute warning. So run play, 2-minute warning. Eagles can get the ball theoretically with about 45 seconds left if everything breaks correctly. Might even be less. Don't forget, men's hockey starts a week from today, 2:30 p.m. at the Sports Center of Connecticut, pregame 2:15 on the Post University Sports Network, comprising the CACC network and youtube.com/GoPostEagles. Join myself and Coach Pete Whitney for all of the exciting action as the men's hockey team starts up again. 1st and 10, 2:36 to go in the fourth. Snap, handoff to Hyde. Hyde goes off left tackle again, pushing the pile. Gain of 4. This will bring it down to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 20. Eagles need to make 2 stops and then see what happens. First down will end the game. And that's the 2-minute warning. Here in the fourth quarter, Ravens leading 21-17, and the 2-minute warning brought to you by Post University, who wants you to ask yourself, are you a Post person? Post makes it personal with fast, flexible, and affordable programs that are designed to help you achieve your goals, no matter where you are on your academic journey. Post offers online, hybrid, and on-campus degree programs to meet your needs. For more information on all of Post degree programs, to visit campus, to take a tour, or to apply, go to post.edu. That's post.edu. Game is not over, but a first down will put it away. Not that the Ravens are going to just slam it into the line twice, but the Eagles do need to make a defensive stop. And 40 and 40, it's going to put it around 40 seconds, maybe a little less, including the play time. So it will be a challenge. Eagles do have to get a touchdown because they trail by 4. But there have been 2 fumbles by Leal. Let's see maybe if he gets one here. Snap, hands off to Hyde. Hyde goes off left tackle again, pushing the pile forward. And now a rugby scrum, 3rd and 3. As the clock ticks away, this will bring it to about 1:10 before they run the 3rd down play. See if the Ravens call timeout instead of trying to run the play. Just take it all the way down to 1. $1:12 will be on the clock. That's what they're going to do. They're going to call the timeout in 3, 2, 1. Timeout Ravens. 1:12 to go in the fourth. 3rd and 3. Well, lack of a better term, this is the ball game, folks. Eagles have played a better second half than first, where they trailed 7-3 going into halftime. 2 interceptions and a blocked punt were killers in the first half, but they clawed their way back to take the lead, 17-14 at the start of the fourth quarter. After Pumachan hit Darius Washington for his first touchdown of the season. But a 33-yard touchdown pass from Leal to Markey here in the fourth quarter, the difference. Be interesting to see what the Ravens do if they don't get the first down. Leal under center, Hyde in the fullback position, Benitez in the running back position. Snap, Leal, hands off to Benitez. He goes off tackle, he's got it and more. Touchdown, Ravens. And that should do it.
Touchdown, Ravens.
For Benitez,
Benitez on the run for the touchdown.
his second rushing touchdown of the season. The entire Eagle defense pinched right up the middle, figuring they were going to give it to Hyde. I think they were going to run that play in the first half, and Leal fumbled it at that point, but this time he didn't, and 105 remains in the fourth quarter, 27-17. Snap up, good, 28-17. Not to take anything away, but if Benitez had just gotten the first down and sat down, this game would have been over. Now, in theory, the Eagles will get the ball with an opportunity to pull off a miracle nonetheless, but Benitez probably should have just sat down at the 10, and everybody could have gone home. 28-17, Franklin Pierce, 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter by them, so credit to them. Game is not over, and we've all seen crazier things. The Eagles have 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns this season, though twice the Ravens have ground balled it, shortstop. Maybe see if Geraldo pinches up, maybe to take that ball. I mean, you could do that in an onside kick, and the party is on. Kickoff, ball in the middle of the field. Last 3 times they've done this, right in the ground. This time they'll kick it in the air. Bandy catches it at the 25. Bandy to the 30, 35, finds a hole, 40, 45, 50. He's at the 45, gets a block from Geraldo. He's down at the 30. Well, that's the one thing the Ravens didn't want. 56 seconds to go in the fourth. Eagles need to strike quick, onside, and something else. But a good return by Bandy gives the Eagles a chance, at least a little bit, which is why we mentioned Benitez just falling at the 10 would have put this game away. Taylor, 1st and 10 from the 29. Eagles probably just need to go right to the end zone each pass. Taylor looks, throws deep, has Lisbon. It is dropped. Banks taking credit, but more of a drop from Lisbon than Banks doing anything defensively. And that'll be 2nd and 10 and killed 6 seconds. Honestly, I might run the same play. He was open. You can hit it. I mean, anything is possible. Taylor, 2nd and 10 from the 29. Snap. Franklin Pierce brings the blitz. He throws it over the middle. Is it caught? It's caught at the 10. Eagles need to get up quickly. 38 seconds to go. Clock should stop on a first down. And the clock was running. First and 10 from the 10, but the clock should have stopped on a first down. Officials talking it over. Should probably be around 38, but let's see. What's interesting, though, is because they stopped it, is there a 10-second runoff? 40 seconds left. Really either or. Should you just clock it, kick the field goal, and then try to get a touchdown on the onside? But Taylor in the shotgun, whistle blows. Taylor should be snapping it now. He's not. He's still holding the ball. He's got to move. Taylor finally snaps it, but killed 2 or 3 seconds on it. Here's a throw short. I don't know why he threw it there. You either got to throw it in the end zone or clock it to the ground. 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Again, a little bit of awareness there. Like, clock it and get the field goal kicker out. I'd send Hawkins to kick it now and then try the onside kick. Why kill any more time? Bring Hawkins out, kick the field goal, and then try the onside kick. Because if you don't get it here, you're just killing more clock. It's a 2-possession game. Kick the field goal. But they're going to go, and it's third down and goal. Is a goal? It is third and goal. Taylor, ball at the 5, snap, looks quick, throws high to Lisbon, and he gets his feet in. No. Impossible from this angle to see. It was close, but 2 officials right there say he was out of bounds. 4th and goal. Again, I'd bring Hawkins out. You need a field goal and a touchdown. Take the field goal. Fourth and goal. They're going to go for it. Taylor, quick, throws. That's caught, but 3 yards short of the end zone, and that's the ball game. It was caught, but it was 2 yards short of the end zone. Franklin Pierce just needs to take a knee, and that'll be the ball game with 6 seconds to go. So the Eagles will fall to 3-4, first time under 500 all season. The Ravens will get back to 500 at 4-4. Eagles will fall to 1-4 in conference. Ravens will move to 3-2. As Leal will take the snap and go to a knee. And that is the ball game, folks, here at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury. 17, the final here this afternoon. Thank you to everybody who helps put this broadcast together from the Post University Communications Department. We can't do this without you. Join us in 2 weeks for the home finale as the Eagles will take on St. A's for the second time this season. 1 p.m. kickoff, 12:45 pregame on the Post University Sports Network. You can find me a week from today at the men's hockey home opener. That'll be 2:30 p.m. at the Sports Center of Connecticut, 2:15 pregame on the Post University Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jeff Nelson. See you in 2 weeks on the football side, 1 on the hockey side. Final score, Franklin Pierce 28. They move to 4-4 overall, 3-2 in conference. Eagles 17. They fall to 3-4 overall, 1-4 in conference. Have a good night, everybody.